Jai Shri Ram. So it is the turn of Canto 71 and 72 today. 71. Kabanda narrates his story and gives assurance of help in the discovery of Sita after his cremation. In my former existence, O mighty armed Ram, my form was endowed with extraordinary might and prowess, possessed of inconceivable splendor and well known through all the three worlds, resembled as it did the forms of the sun god, the moon god, and Indra, the ruler of gods. Assuming this gigantic form of an ogre, which was a source of terror to the people, I used even then to move from place to place and frighten the rishis inhabiting the forest. O Ram, during that period, an eminent rishi, a seer of Vedic mantras, Stulasira by name, was provoked to anger by me. While gathering the produce of various kinds of forest, he was on one occasion assailed by me in this very form, by the aforesaid rishi, who pronounced a terrible curse on me. On perceiving me, I was spoken to in the following words: let this very form, cruel and reprehensible as it is, be retained by you forever. When the angry rishi was requested by me to in the following words, let there be an end to this curse called forth by my accursed behavior, the following reply was made by him to this request of mine: when, having severed both your arms, Sri Ram cremates you in a lonely forest, then alone you will regain your own enormous and charming form adorned with splendor. Therefore, know me originally to be the son of Dhanu, O Lakshman. This monstrous form was acquired by me through the wrath of Indra on a field of battle in the following way: when endowed with the form of an ogre, I actually propitiated Brahma, the progenitor of the entire creation, through my rigorous austerities. The latter, in his turn, vouchsafed a long life to me. As a result of the aforesaid boon of longevity granted by Brahma, pride took possession of me. I said to myself, a long life has been secured by me. What harm will Indra do to me? Banking on this conviction, I assailed Indra on a field of battle. By the thunderbolt of 100 edges hurled by him, my thighs as well as my head was thrust into my body. Though, as requested by me, he did not dispatch me to the abode of Yam, the god of death. He replied as follows to me: let that boon of Brahma prove true. Struck by your thunderbolt, I have been deprived of my thighs, head, and mouth, which have disappeared into my trunk. How then shall I be able to survive for a very long time without subsistence? Questioned thus, Indra forthwith made my arms 8 miles long and placed a mouth provided with sharp teeth in my belly. Throwing into my mouth with an exceptionally long arms, lions, leopards, deer, and tigers roaming in the forest all around, I eat them up. The aforesaid Indra also said to me, when Sri Ram in conjunction with Lakshman severes your arms in an encounter, you will forthwith ascend to heaven. I prefer to lay hold of with this body of every creature that I behold in this forest. O beloved Ram, the foremost of kings, for I thought within myself, Ram will surely fall within my grip. Keeping this thought before me, I have all along striven to cast off my unwieldy body by laying my hands on every living being in the hope that it might turn out to be Ram. I am now convinced that you and the aforesaid Ram may prosperity attend on you, for I am not capable of being slain by anyone other than you, O son of Raghu. This was truthfully declared by the great sage Stulasira. When going to be consecrated with fire by you both, I will surely render help to you through my counsel and will also point out to you an ally. O dwell among men. spoken to as aforesaid by the demon, Sri Ram, a scion of Raghu, for his part, whose mind was set on virtue, replied to him as follows, while Lakshman stood looking on. Sita, my illustrious spouse, was borne away at ease by Ravan at a time when I had gone out of Janasthana with my younger brother Lakshman. I know the name only, but not the look of the ogre. Nor are we aware of his home or even of his might. It is but becoming of you to show compassion to us who are helplessly knocking about here and there in this way, stricken as we are with grief at the loss of Sita and behaving with benevolence towards all. Fetching dry logs of wood broken by elephants, we shall in course of time cremate you, O valiant ogre, after throwing you in an extensive pit dug by us. While being cremated by us as aforesaid, furnish to us detailed information about Sita as to by whom she has been borne away and where she has been kept. Render this great service to us if you know the thing correctly. Requested in these words by Sri Ram, the demon for his part who was an eloquent speaker, addressed the following most excellent reply to Sri Ram, who too was an orator. I have no divine knowledge, nor am I aware of Sita, the princess of Mithila. Having got back my native form when cremated by you, I shall point out to you him who will be able to give correct information about Sita. After that alone, I shall point out who is aware of that ogre, O Ram. The power does not lie in me so long as I am not cremated to know definitely anything about the ogre possessed of great prowess by whom your Sita has been borne away, my lord. My extraordinary supersensuous knowledge has indeed been interrupted by the detrimental effect of the curse pronounced on me, O scion of Raghu, because of my own doing. Again, has this form condemned by the people attained by me. By throwing me into a pit, cremate me, O Ram, in accordance with the scriptural ordinance before the sun sinks below the horizon, his horses exhausted. Cremated by you in a pit with due ceremony, O joy of Raghus, I shall point out to you the individual, O great hero, who will know the whereabouts of the ogre. An alliance should be made by you with that individual of righteous conduct, O scion of Raghu. He will render help to you, O hero of quick steps. Nothing is really unknown to him in all the three worlds, O scion of Raghu, for due to some reason he has actually travelled through all the worlds in the past. Thus ends Canto 71 in the Aranyakand of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Now Canto 72. Appearing in his ethereal form when cremated by Sri Ram and Lakshman, Kabanda counsels them to make an alliance with Sugriv. Taking Kabanda to the hollow of a mountain and placing him on logs of wood piled in the hollow, those two valiant rulers of men, Sri Ram and Lakshman, for their part, when spoken to as above by Kabanda, ignited a fire. With the aid of large burning brands, Lakshman for his part lit the pyre on all sides, and lo, it began to burn fiercely all round. The fire slowly consumed the aforesaid body of Kabanda, which while being cremated looked like a huge lump of clarified butter, plump with fat as he was. Throwing about the pyre, the aforesaid Kabanda, who was possessed of great might, speedily rose like a smokeless flame, wearing a spotless pair of garments and a heavenly garland. Full of brilliance, clad in spotless raiment, highly rejoiced and having all his limbs adorned with ornaments, he promptly flew from the pyre with impetuosity. Taking his seat in a splendid aerial car, conferring glory on its occupant and drawn by swans, and illumining all the 10 directions by his effulgence, the aforesaid Kabanda, who was endowed with extraordinary energy, spoke to Sri Ram as follows while remaining in the air. Hear, O scion of Raghu, how in reality you will be able to recover Sita. There are 6 expedients by recourse to which everything can be had after due deliberation by monarchs in the worlds. One who is overtaken by the height of misfortune is served only by another who has met with a similar fate. You, along with Lakshman, are fallen in the height of adversity, deprived as you are of sovereignty and amenities of life. Because of this adverse fate, a misfortune in the shape of abduction of your wife has been suffered by you. Therefore, such an individual who has reached the culmination of adverse fate like you must be made an ally. O dwell among the kind-hearted. Even though reflecting, I do not anticipate success for you without having an ally. Listen, O Ram, I shall point out such an individual. There is a monkey chief, Sugriv by name, disowned by his enraged brother Vali, son of Indra. With 4 other monkeys, the high-minded hero lives on Shamukha, the foremost of mountains adorned with the catchment of Pampa Lake. That monkey chief, who is possessed of extraordinary prowess, is full of energy and endowed with unbounded effulgence, true to his promise, cultured, resolute, and highly talented, clever, intrepid, glorious, possessed of extraordinary might and valor, has been exiled by his high-minded brother for the sake of sovereignty. He will surely prove to be your helper in your quest for Sita as well as your friend O Ram. Therefore, do not give over your mind to grief. That which is destined to happen in this world can never be altered in any case. O tiger among the Ikshvakus, for the time spirit cannot be easily overstepped. Depart with all speed from this place to the presence of the said Sugriv, who is possessed of great might. Nay, departing from this place today, O heroic scion of Raghu, quickly make him your friend. Get united with him as a friend when a fire is blazing, with a view to remaining free from enmity ever afterwards. And the said chief of monkeys, Sugriv, should never be disregarded by you. He is grateful and capable of assuming any form at will. He seeks to get an ally and is powerful. And indeed, you two are capable even now of accomplishing the purpose sought to be accomplished by him. Irrespective of whether his object is accomplished or not, he will surely accomplish your purpose. Sprung from the loins of the sun god, the aforesaid son of Rishraja, consort, roams about on the brink of the Pampa lake, full of apprehension of an attack from Vali, since he has entered into hostilities with his elder brother Vali. Laying aside your weapons as a token of your friendly attitude, quickly make the monkey chief, who has taken up his abode on the Rishamukha hill and wanders in the forest, your friend on oath. O scion of Raghu, indeed that elephant among the monkeys thoroughly knows all the haunts of ogres in the world by the virtue of his cleverness. Really speaking, nothing is unknown to him in the world, O scion of Raghu. Searching with the monkeys, rivers, large mountains, crags and caves, to the extent of the 1,000-rayed sun blazes forth. O scourge of enemies, he will trace out your spouse, nay, he will send out monkeys of large proportions to scour the quarters and will seek for the aforesaid Sita of excellent limbs, grieving through separation from you in the abode of Ravan. Having entered his abode and exterminated the ogres that dwell among monkeys, will restore you to you your beloved spouse, who is beyond reproach, even if she has reached the summit of Mount Meru or has found place in the depths of Patal, the nethermost subterranean region. Thus ends Canto 72 in the Aranyakand of the glorious Ramayan of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Jai Shri Ram. I just want to add a footnote. I'm not very good at Sanskrit, so I most probably, I'm sure I mispronounced 2 of the words, and I'm going to look them up and I'm going to pronounce it correctly in the short that I am going to upload. Jai Shri Ram.